Hey everyone, it's Amanda Rieger Green and Chris Reber with Soul Pathology, and we are here to talk about the upcoming Virgo New Moon on the 6th of September. Chris and I were just talking, and we both love Virgo New Moons because they're all about practical action, health and wellness routines. It's a great time to clean out a closet or start a diet or change up some things in your day-to-day routine that create a greater sense of health, well-being, and wholeness alongside the element of service. So in general, Virgo new moons are all about snapping into some action and doing it from a personal space in terms of it's almost like taking your power back in what needs shifting in my day-to-day routine in order to create a greater sense of overall well-being.
And, Virgo energy is it's best used to clarify the details. And the sixth house of astrology, it's all about our routines, our health, our wellness, and the day-to-day functions. And if they aren't functioning properly, then this moon is going to create a portal for, okay, what's not working, get rid of it, and then what needs to change. And then Virgo being ruled by Mercury, if we look at the chart of this new moon, Mercury is trined to Saturn, which we talked about in the video as a separate aspect. But in conjunction with this new moon, this lays foundation. Saturn is all about fortifying and laying foundations for the daily routines, the rhythms. How can I make this sustainable? So, and new moons, it's a seed. It's a new beginning, a new cycle, emotional cycle. But wherever it lands in your chart, look at the house context for a little bit more information as how this new cycle is taking place. But in general, it's about clarifying the ways that you use your energy on a day-to-day basis. And if it isn't working, what needs to change?
And what's pretty cool about it is this Virgo new moon falls in 14 degrees. So there we have a numerology code. If you watched our other video where we talk about the 5 energy and this being the climactic month of numerology, where we're in a 5-month in a 5 universal year, it's at 14 degrees. So 1 + 4 = 5. And the energy of the 1 is all about what can I do? What can I pioneer? What can I shift, create, and change individually? And the energy of the 4 is the Virgo number. It's order, it's process, it's routine, it's getting everything organized in its right place and clearing any clutter. And the 5 says, okay, let's be bold about it. Let's have the energy and the umph to get it done. And do you have to overdo it? And does it have to be perfect, Virgo? No, because that's the downside of sweet Virgo, is that Virgo wants to get everything done right and well, and it can be so perfectionistic and critical, which is one of the most beautiful things we love about Virgo is its purifying energy, its virtue, but it can be so virtuous and so pure that sometimes it misses the joy. It misses the little mistakes that we make that are very human, that give us a chance to autocorrect and make adjustments. So really healing any perfectionism tendencies and taking practical, realistic action towards your overall day-to-day interactions, routines, health, and wellness. And then the 5 says, bust it up a little bit, change up those routines, do something outside of the ordinary, take a left instead of a right.
And then the moon is also trine to Uranus, which it coincides with that energy. So how can you reorganize the way that you've been doing things, your routines, and innovate them in a way that brings in greater freedom and liberates you? So how can you, if you've been feeling stuck, this is a really good time for breaking through all the areas that you felt stuck in for a long time.
Absolutely. And I would encourage anyone in the Virgo new moon, like I said, it's a really good time for house cleaning, house clearing. So it's a good time to sage your environment, your home environment, your work environment. And because of the pandemic and quarantine, so much of us have spent a lot of time at home, and we have accumulated things, energy, clutter this is a good time for clearing clutter, but get some sage, get some Palo Santo, and it's a wonderful moon for an energetic spiritual house cleaning. And so that would be another great suggestion. So energetically cleansing and clearing your space. That's another good suggestion. And also remember that new moons are about planting seeds. So while yes, Virgo is about action. So for me, I'll probably clean out a couple of drawers. I'll clean out a closet. I don't have to spend hours, but I'll do something tangible and associate that with cleaning mental clutter, emotional clutter, energetic clutter, that kind of thing. But you don't have to overdo it. Just plant the seeds of what you want to shift, what you want to change. Get clear about what you want to bust up, break up, and shift, and set the intentions that will unfold in the upcoming weeks organically, and you'll have the energy and the motivation and clarity to start taking practical, valuable action towards that.
And Virgo energy is also about the details, but step by step. So a lot of times Virgo gets overwhelmed because it can see what needs to change, and there's that analysis paralysis. So I always tell people when it comes to Virgo, whether it's a new moon or just energy in general, it's about doing things step by step and just taking the first step forward. You don't have to have it all finished or all completed right away. It's really just about shifting things in the new direction, one baby step at a time. And then also to your point about energetic hygiene, I think you put in your newsletter about salt scrub, right? Instead of Epsom salt baths, do a salt scrub, because it's a lot more clarifying and detoxing for your energy field than soaking in a bath.
100%. And I always tell people, there's nothing wrong with when you've got achy muscles or you need calm and clarity and some good relaxation. But when you soak in water and salt, it's like the energies and the emotions cling onto you rather than slough off and detox. And so you kind of marinate in them. It actually has a reverse effect. So that's why I was like, cleanse and clear, and communicate that, use it effectively versus soaking in it. And again, there are times where you do want to soak in energies and create relaxation, but this is one of those times of cleansing and clearing. And last but not least, with the Virgo full moon, Virgo represents service. How are we being of service to ourselves for our greatest health and well-being, so we can show up and support others, so we can show up in service and feel a sense of fulfillment or showing up in service with no strings attached, no expectations. So it's also a really good time to reach out to someone, to be of service with no expectations, just because you want to offer your gifts, your wisdom, your time, your talents, however that may be, and whether it's anonymous or whether it's reaching out and communicating with someone may be struggling, and offering some kind of guidance or support, if they're receptive to that. So okay, well, happy Virgo new moon, sending everyone beautiful wishes, and we'll see you soon for the second half, or actually the last third of September, the astrology and numerology energies, as well as a very special Mercury retrograde, and then a Pisces full moon video. Take care, everyone.
Bye.